How to Develop Your Psychic Powers, Part 3, Developing Your Psychic Awareness. This follows on from my earlier presentation, How to Develop Your Psychic Powers Level 2, Visualizations and the Inner World. From now on, try to entertain the ideas discussed in Levels 1 and 2 in the back of your mind. They will grow automatically without you thinking much about them. So let's get on with more exercises. Make a mental acknowledgement of the possibility of slowing down a little. If you find yourself looking at, say, a tree, let your attention dwell there. If you look up, let your eyes linger in the sky for that little bit longer. But don't artificially stare at something, trying to extract something from it. Do so naturally. Next, place a seed in front of you and study it carefully. Notice the shape, colour, texture, and any distinct peculiarities. Now think, from this tiny seed, a huge and complex form will come. Picture in your mind what the plant or tree will look like if it was to suddenly grow. Then hold it in your mind and think, what I see before me is the same as the seed, but with the added ingredients of water, light, and time. The force was already there, but now that same force has become manifest. Let this idea sink in. From time to time, if you are fortunate, you may find that the seed will be surrounded by a tiny luminous bluish cloud. That's the aura, the energy of the seed. Don't worry if you never see it. Even the attempt is beneficial. Now place before you a fully mature plant. Then think, something I cannot see within these mundane eyes is keeping this plant from withering and dying. I know the force is there. If you are patient, sooner or later a form rather like a flame will appear around the plant. That is its life force. Give your attention to things in nature that are in the process of growing and flourishing in some way, and equally to things and events that are decaying, dying, fading, or withering. After a while of doing this, you'll begin to notice specific feelings arising within yourself. The growing and decaying aspects will have their own distinct feeling, a definite energy force. Now add a third force. Not creation or destruction, but one that maintains. In the Hindu tradition, this universe has three main forces: creation, maintenance, and destruction. This also refers to the three modes of nature: passion, goodness, and ignorance. Now, find a crystal, ideally a beautiful one, and position yourself where you can see an animal. Concentrate your attention on the difference between these two souls. The crystal has one form, the animal quite another. The crystal doesn't move, the animal moves a lot. The animal has a wanting energy. It wants to engage with the world around it. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. The crystal, however, does not have or is not able to seek such desires in its body. These examples have two very distinct flavors: atmospheres, auras, psychic impressions. Can you sense it? Repeat this exercise, but this time experiment with two entities that are maybe a little closer to each other, say comparing a plant with an insect. Then do two relatively close entities, such as a very young person and an old one. Then try comparing a group of three: a young child, an old person, and an old dog. What are the subtle differences and similarities? Look beyond the species. What do the older beings have more in common? Now something about our human bodies. It is our psychic force, subtle body, that keeps our physical body together, not the other way around. You see, we are not the body. We are consciousness, or the soul, currently inhabiting a physical body. Just like a driver is different from his car. We are not physical beings trying to have a spiritual experience. Rather, we are spiritual beings having a physical, limited experience after falling down. Know that our brains are not consciousness. They are simply designed to filter out a huge amount of non-physical information. Now, another exercise. For this, you'll need to be in a busy place, perhaps at a party. Select an individual and imitate their head movements. This will generate a sense of the feeling that is operating in them. If necessary, repeat the same gesture over and over until you get a clear feeling. You can do this trick with a number of people. Now analyze voices of new people you meet. Do their hands make certain movements in sync with their voice? Do they move when the voice is silent? Does their voice make sharp, quick sounds? Or soft, flowing sounds? What can you learn about the mood of this person? Don't just assess by the words they are saying.
Go deeper. Later, when you're by yourself, can you imitate the hands and voice just like you did with the head? Stand with your back to the edge of a shallow drop, or basically anything that you would not like to slip into. Place your heels at the very edge. Do not try this on a cliff. Now, take 4 steps forward. Pause. Now take 4 steps equal back. Upon the final steps, your head will tell you it's quite safe, but you will find an impulse building around your body. It kind of brings everything to an unwilling standstill, even though logically your 4th step backwards is perfectly safe. This exercise makes you more aware of how your more basic instincts can help you detect your subtle body. The final exercise for this video. Go to a wet, sandy beach, or wait until it snows. Get a friend to walk in front of you a few yards. Then catch them up, carefully placing your feet exactly in their footprints. From this, one can receive quite powerful feelings of rapport with a friend's emotions, especially if you imitate their overall body movement. You can also try the same thing with strangers, but that's not recommended. It is socially a very awkward thing to do, so, well, tread carefully. The next video in this series, called How to Develop Your Psychic Powers Part 4, Dreams and the Rhythm of Material Nature, will be available in due course.